Actually, when he asked me for speaking about Mashiach, I started thinking about a lot of things that could have been related to Mashiach. I just finished Masechet Sanhedrin like in December, my Yeshiva, and Masechet Sanhedrin does speak like for two big dapim, speaks only about Mashiach and Perchelik. Once someone asked for a rabbi, I was near him, what about 2012? Will the word end in 2012? The rabbi laughed and said, of course not. The word will not end in 2012, but don't worry, you're already at the word's end. So there is a brayso of Rabbi Katina that says in the daf Tzadik Zayin Amud Aleph, Rabbi Katina says, Amar Rabbi Katina, Shis Alfi Shenei Avu Alma. For 6,000 years the word will exist. Vechad Charu, for 1,000 years it will be destroyed. Shenei Mar V'nizgav Hashem Levado B'yom Ha'u. Like it says, Hashem alone will be exalted on that day. And so we said, we learned from other pasukim that the one day for Hashem is like a whole thousand years. So, what is exactly what we're experiencing today? The days of today, the days of the Rabbi came and he made a lot of people from Israel make shuvah, and he started a whole revolution amongst us. What is this? What is this? How can I explain? What is this phenomena? So this phenomena is nothing more, nothing less than the waiting for Mashiach. It's a big revolution. We're seeing with our eyes a big revolution that our fathers and our grandfathers, they started. Okay? I'm not from birth, from a family. I was religious, but not so religious in a family. But probably some of you were, and you'll probably be near the Rabbi. Your parents will be near the Rabbi, and grandparents will be near the Rabbi, and they would see the miracles the Rabbi used to do, and the word about Mashiach, that Mashiach was coming, that he used to spread. We're in the last 200 years of the word, and there are some a lot of provisions that from the Gemara that are very interesting. For example, it says in a brayso, Tanya, Rabbi Noach Omer, Dorsh ben David Baboy, in the generation where the son of David will come, Niarim Yalbin Pnei Zaknim, the young people will shem the old. Uzkenim Yamdu Lifnei Niorim, and the old people will rise before the young. The Ibcha, the other way that it should be. Ubas Kama Be'ima Kala Be'amoisa, an adulterer will stand against his mother-in-law, an daughter-in-law against his mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Ufnei Ador Kifnei Kelev, and the face of the generation will be like the face of a dog. Vein Abein Mitbayesh Ba'aviv, and a son will not be ashamed before his father. Actually, this is happening today. If you see the whole world around, we're seeing how things are going, and people just lost respect for everybody. You mean, go see how Baruch Hashem, this in the Yodim, is like we the Jews were different, but go in the subway and see in the subway. At least in Brazil, people will not. There will be a zaken will come, and the young people, they will not stand up for the zaken to sit. What is this that the Gemara says? The face of the generation will be like the face of a dog. It says it's not really that the face of a generation will be the face of a dog. There's nothing like that. Like a dog, he's not ashamed of anything. If anyone here has a dog in his house? Well, I have a dog in my house. And I can tell you something. My dog, whenever whatever table I am, does not ask for food. He doesn't even ask please. He just tries to bite it from your hand, and that's how our generation is. We don't even Shalom. Look how in the Gemara there is people in the Gemara that respected so much their fathers that they would use to carry their fathers so they would not touch the ground. Look our generation how we are. Not that we are Russia. We're not Russia. But this comes to Itkayem the prophecy about the Messianic era, that we're arriving it. We're not ashamed of anything. The word just come upside down. And there's another thing interesting about Mashiach. There's a big discussion how will he come, how will be the years before Mashiach. And the Gemara says, wait just a minute. Here. So, Tan Rabban, before the Mashiach comes, Shavua Shebein David Baboy, the 7-year cycle that the son of David will come, Shana Rishoina Mitkayem Mikrazei. In the first year, this verse will be fulfilled. Veitarte al ir echad ve'al ir echad lo amtir. I will bring rain to one town, and one town will not bring rain. What is this? This is the weather changes. We're suffering in the world. This is actually happening in our days. We're having a lot of changes in the weather. Okay. In the second year, the arrows of famine will start forth. I mean, there will be famine in the world, not a big famine, but a small famine in some areas, and some areas not. Well, this is already happening. We're having rebellions in some places of the world. Shlishi, Rav Gadol, in the third year will be a great famine. Probably we're arriving to Hazushalom this third year. Unmen, women, and children perish. Hasim, V'anshim Asei. And so too, the people of Hazushalom, Hasidim, people of good deeds. V'Torah mishtakachas milumdeah. Since we know that Torah only comes with food, that we need food for our thoughts of Torah, it will be forgotten by the students. Berevis, Soiva, Veino, Soiva. In the fourth year, this will again comes back to normal. There will be sufficiency, but not a complete sufficiency. Bechamish is Soiva Gadol. In the fifth year, there will be a great sufficiency, a great savua. Ve'oichlim ve'shoitin usmechim. And people will drink and rejoice. Ve'Torah chozeres l'modea. And Torah will come back to the students. Beshish is koilos. In the sixth year, probably Eliyahu Navi will come and he'll start saying about to people that they should repent and they should do tshuva. And this kolos here, the sounds that you hear speaking, is that reports will be coming. Bashvi is milchamos, and in the seventh year there's the Gog Magog war, the famous war. The Gog Magog will actually be like 7 seconds. The Chachamim explain that what is Gog Magog? Gog Magog is like, probably in our days this is already possible. If we think a little bit about our days, what exactly can kill a third of 3/4 of the world in exactly 7 seconds? Some years ago, scientists were trying to determine the time that the atomic bomb gets from the launching until it arrives in a land. And the most incredible thing about this is the number the scientists arrived was the number that they thought was 7 seconds. Exactly 7. It's so fast. The atomic bomb is so fast that today in 7 seconds she is in the target. Okay, this is exactly, it says that in 7 seconds there will be 3/4 of the world death. What is this? The atomic bomb. And we're seeing this in our days. Another thing that we see in our days, I heard this week, is another prophecy that is happening this week, that when a person from Brazil can speak to Brazil from one side of the world can speak to a person from, I don't know, Japan, this is a prophecy that Mashiach is arriving. And what is this? We have today the telephone, the television, we can see people from around the world. So it says the Zohar brings it up for us. It says that be aware of the year 5,600, because in this day I'm gonna give a spark of intelligence into the mind of the man. This year was 1840. Can someone tell me what happened the year 1840?
The technology revolution.
Industrial revolution.
The second industrial revolution, the biggest industrial revolution. It started going like after 1840, we started having trains. We started having the first computers were like there were the first plans for a computer like 10 years after that, and like 70 years after that, the first computer was built. And all the technology that we have today, they originated in this year, in 500, 6,000. The year that the Zohar says, I Hashem will give a spark of intelligence into people, and this is too a prophecy that Mashiach will start arriving. So I'm gonna finish with is there a Torah here? Chumash Torah?
Which?
Chumash?
I want Dvarim Chumash. Is there any?
Sir.
Oh, thank you. Oh, no, this is me the Torah. Yeah. So just to introduce the matter. I mean, it's kind of a Miznagdish opinion, but it's from the Gaon of Vilna. But it's a very interesting opinion. That the Gaon of Vilna says that the whole story from the world is written in the Torah. Thank you. The whole history from the world is written in the Torah. So the first 1,000 years that the world was so vavo, that the world was totally new, there was nothing important in the world, but because there wasn't Torah there, it's all written in Parshas Bereshis. Everything is so deep in Parshas Bereshis. So after the second millennia is written, it's written in Sefer Bereshis from Noach until the end of Sefer Bereshis. In the end of the second millennia, the third millennia is written on Sefer Shmois. Shmois already we received the Torah in Shmois, and so too Shmois is the third millennia. The third millennia we received the Torah. Okay, the fourth millennia is in Sefer Vayikra. And the funny thing about Sefer Vayikra is that Sefer Vayikra one of the last portions of Sefer Vayikra is, I think it's Bechukotzai, right? And Bechukotzai, there are the prophecies of the destruction of the temple, of the last temple, that marks the end of the 4th millennia and the start of the Yehoshua Mashiach. That, as we know from Sanhedrin, the two last 1,000 years will be the Yehoshua Mashiach. So, what does says in Parshas Bechukotai? Parshas Bechukotai brings every suffering that the Jewish nation passed under Roman rule. There's a funny thing about it, because in the 5th millennia we are in Sefer Bamidbar, and in the 6th millennia we are in Sefer Dvarim. Okay, so actually now we are ending Sefer Dvarim. So what's in the end of Sefer Dvarim? Parshas Kitzavoi, and there is a pasuk in Parshas Kitzavoi that says that Hashem will bring up a nation from the extremities of the earth, and it'll be like an eagle into the field that takes its prey. And it will have no Rahman. If I am not putting the words in the right order, someone please correct me. But it will put like it will have no Rahman for the old man. It will have no pity for the children and the woman. This is the provisions. This is the prophecy of the Holocaust. The Chachamim of Gaon Mivilna asked the Gaon Mivilna, Rabbi, in which parsha are we? So the Gaon Mivilna said, in 250 years ago, more or less, they were in Parshas Kitzavoi. Yeah, Kiteitzei. I'm sorry. So they were in the start of Parshas Kiteitzei. So 100 years more, you'll arrive in Parshas Kitzavoi, and in the end of Parshas Kitzavoi is exactly when the Holocaust happened. And they asked him, Rabbi, when will Mashiach come? And he said, it will come between Parshat Vayelech and Nitzavim. And there is a funny pasuk in Parshat Vayelech that says, wait, I'm finding because we are in the end of Parshas Vayelech actually now. This is Azinu. Nitzavim, it's in Nitzavim. They say in Nitzavim, Moshe, it's already deporting, and this is the people. All the things that reading is the storybook will pass through you. All the klala and all the brochas. So we think, like, is it normal for a man, for Moshe Rabbeinu? I mean, I'm giving goodbye for you. After Me'av Sim Shana, I'm giving goodbye. I'm saying goodbye to you, to everybody of you. So, is it really nice to me to say, you know what? You're gonna have a lot of brachos, but actually you're gonna have a lot of klalois too. It's not fine. I mean, no one says goodbye like that. So why Moshe says to Bnei Israel, he says, there will be a time that all the brachos and all the klalois are gonna pass through you. And whatever you are gonna be, even if you are being the end of the Shamayim, the farthest place from Eretz Israel, like America, like Brazil, okay, like São Paulo in Brazil, that is the end of the world, okay. I'm gonna bring you back and bring you to Eretz Israel to live with your forefathers. And what is that, to live with your forefathers? That's exactly Mechayim Mitzim. I mean, how can you live with your forefathers? How can you live with Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov? I mean, they're not physically present here. How can you live with all of the tzaddikim? They're not here. So says Hashem, I'll bring you back. I'll make you do tshuva. And the funny thing that's written here is that the son will make the father make tshuva. It's not that the son and the father will make tshuva with lev echad. What is that? This is what's happening in our generation. This is the first Bachurim. We, children of another generation, we are making our fathers, I mean, maybe not tshuva, but we're making them more frum. We are bringing Torah close to them because of the technology. The technology made us. I mean, there's a bad part of the technology, but there's also a good part of the technology that made us get closer to Torah, go to Yeshiva. Now we can, by the internet, by the Skype, by all the email forms, we can see Shir Mashiach, like they're filming here. I mean, my Shir is very small, but anyway, we can see the Torah classes. So what happens? What happens that in the end of Parsha Nitzavim, we're going to come back, and even if we're far from China, like the Rebbe says, no Jew will be left behind. Hashem will bring us back, and Bezrat Hashem, Mashiach will come, and we will all reside in Eretz Yisrael. Amen.